after he's freed, he ends up in a home for people with dementia. And because he is not clear-minded anymore, he thinks he's back on death row. And I found that so upsetting because the mind plays such tricks on you, and to finally be free, yet to then have dementia and think that you're not, that you're back on death row, that's such a nightmare.
It is a nightmare, and I think one of the things...
There's nothing you can do about that. As the best player in the world, there's nothing you can do about that.
Well, I think one of the things that pains me is that we have so tragically underestimated the trauma, the hardship we create in this country when we treat people unfairly, when we incarcerate them unfairly, when we condemn them unfairly. You can't threaten to kill someone every day, year after year, and not harm them, not traumatize them, not break them in ways that is really, really profound. And yet, when innocent people are released, we just act like they should be grateful that they didn't get executed, and we don't compensate them many times, we don't help them, we question them, we still have doubts about them. And I saw that create this early onset dementia, which many of the doctors believe was trauma-induced, was a function of his experience of being nearly killed. And he witnessed 8 executions when he was on death row. And during those days, people were executed in the electric chair, and he would talk about smelling flesh burning as people were executed. It was a really horrific experience for him. And you're right, when that comes full circle and he's sick and he's in a hospital and he's saying to me, you got to get me off death row again, it's heartbreaking. And one of the things I just wanted people to kind of understand is that we can't continue to have a system of justice defined by error and unfairness and tolerate racial bias and bias against the poor and not confront what we are doing to individuals and to families and to communities and to neighborhoods. And Walter is in some ways a kind of a microcosm of that reality. He's a representative of what we've done to thousands of people, and we ought to want to stop doing it.
Bryan Stevenson will be back in the second half of the show. He's the founder of the Equal Justice Initiative and author of the new memoir, Just Mercy. I'm Terry Gross, and this is Fresh Air.
This is NPR.
Excuse me, you're listening to Fresh Air on WAMU 88.5. I'm Pat Brogan. It's 2:29, cloudy skies, 68 degrees. Day 3 now of our fall membership campaign. The number to call to donate, 800-248-8850. Online, it's WAMU.org. 800-248-8850. Online, WAMU.org.
This is Rob Bamberger, host of Hot Jazz Saturday Night, inviting you to GW Lisner Auditorium, 3 o'clock the afternoon of Sunday, November 2nd, celebration of WAMU's longest-running program, the Big Broadcast. I'll chat with Ed Walker about the history of the show. The Metropolitan Old Time Radio Club presents an original production with sound effects generated just as they were decades ago.